When I go back and play the original Super Mario Bros. Game, I always feel like there's something that's missing when you compare it to more recent games. Sure, the levels are divided into worlds, but there's only this tiny text that appears before each level to remind you about it. What this game lacks in comparison to newer game is a world map that connects all of those beautiful levels together. World maps have been a staple of the Mario franchise for quite a while, with some maps being simple and others making the whole Mario world feel alive. The world map in New Super Mario Bros. U was so cool it actually took 2 pages in the instruction booklet to show it all. This game contains 9 worlds, and today we shall rank those from the worst to the best based on the overall appearance of the world, as well as the originality of the stages it contains. Let's do this! If you know me and my love of underwater stages, you'd probably expect the water world to be my least favorite pick in the game, but it's actually not. I find the Layer Cake Desert to be the least original world in New Super Mario Bros. U. The first stage kinda sets the mood and what you should expect from this world. Sand. Sand on the floor, sand in the background, sand on the walls, geysers made out of sand, sand everywhere. Of course, this world also has some good things to it, like the cave levels featuring my boy Pokey, who finally made it to Super Mario Maker 2 by the way, so big congrats. The world map part itself is kinda tedious because of this part where you have to move on those platforms to try to dodge the Fire Bro and the Goombas. They move in random patterns, so avoiding them is kinda luck based, and that's not very cool. If I wanted to play a luck based game, I would be playing Mario Party right now. Underwater stages are the bane of my existence. These stages are slow, tedious, and boring. So obviously making a whole world based around this mechanic truly means the world won't rank really high on my list. World 3, or Sparkling Waters as it's called, is next, and this stage starts off okay by taking place above the water, but it does contain a lot of it nonetheless. You'll soon face levels taking place underwater where you need to dodge evil Cheep Cheeps, bloopers, urchins, and other things that want you dead for some reason. Even the tower level starts off with an underwater section, so you know you're in for some bad time. Oh, and they also made the Ghost House level into an underwater sunken ship type of stage. I have to admit that it is pretty original, but I just don't like water stages, sadly. So the fact that pretty much every level in this world does take place underwater means this one is usually the one I skip when I get the chance to. So, it is common knowledge that the first world in a Mario game is usually pretty bland. Acorn Plains is no exception, as it doesn't feature anything that will blow your mind, but it is expected, as it's meant to show you the different game mechanics and how to actually get good before giving you real challenge. It has standard grass stages, an underwater cave, and even the castle at the end is super generic. One thing that this world has that is pretty cool though is Baby Yoda, Baby Yoshi, yeah, Yoshi. This little guy ate too much during the Christmas break. Kinda like me, and can use his thickness to float and glide, which is pretty cool. It's safe to say that Mario is very popular and that he made it to the top of the world. In the clouds. Okay, that was a very stupid segue into my next pick, World 7 Meringue Clouds. This world takes place in the sky, so falling down is your worst enemy here. No longer can you rely on safe ground to walk on. Instead, you'll be walking on clouds, mushroom platforms, snake blocks, arrow platforms, and much more. Make sure not to fall down when making your way across the different levels this world contains. This is also the place where you'll find that weird level with the floating water bubbles that Mario can swim into. These things were pretty sick, and it totally was a shame not to see them make a comeback in more levels. The world map puzzle will force you to remember the path you need to make your way safely to the other side, which is pretty fun and will test if you got a big brain or not. This next world is a weird mix of very different things. Rock Candy Mines doesn't exactly take place in a mine, nor does it contain any candies. What it does have are levels taking place in the sky featuring tons of fuzzies and evil piranha plants. There's also this level where you need to avoid getting eaten by the porcupuffer while jumping in and out of the water. Oh, and let's not forget about the vertical level full of hungry chain chumps, or the very spooky dark cave filled with enemies. As you can see, this world is confusing to say the least. It really feels like a mix of pretty much everything that Nintendo could think of at that time, and I'm not gonna lie, I kinda like it. This may be the world with the least coherence, but it is far from being a boring one. So, considering I'm living in Canada where it's winter like pretty much all year, it makes sense for me to enjoy World 4 Frosted Glacier, as it's filled with ice and snow. This allows Mario to slide and complete the level super fast, which is pretty cool. The tower in World 4 is super amazing, featuring tons of icicles that are falling down from the ceiling. Some of these icicles are so big that they turn into platforms once they fall down. There's this one level where enemies use fireballs to create more enemies to attack Mario, which is super original. The ice theme in New Super Mario Bros. U is really used in a way that makes all of the levels different from every other world in that game, which is why it's so cool. Every stage in this game contains 3 star coins that you can collect if you feel like it. But why would you go through the trouble of finding them all, you might be asking yourself? Well, to unlock the Superstar Road, of course. This beautiful world that pays homage to Super Mario World contains so many cool stages, starting off with this insane roller coaster stage that moves so fast. I actually wonder if we can beat this stage without touching a single coin. Anyway, there's also a stage where you have to hit P-switches or else the ground turns into deadly coins. Hey, for once the coins are literally deadly. Sadly, there's also an underwater stage which kinda sucks, but it's only one stage out of all the 9 stages that this world offers. There's one that takes place in an underground cave, one above poison water, one filled with giant fire bars, there's even a dungeon full of falling donut platforms and swinging spiky boulders. As you can see, this world has a little something for everyone, and beating it truly makes you feel like a superstar. Before New Super Mario Bros. U, all of the previous games in this series started off with you chilling in Peach's castle, waiting for Peach to be captured. This meant the castle was always right next to you as you played the first world. Well, in the Wii U game, instead of Peach getting captured, well, the entire castle gets sieged and you have to make your way back to it. Peach's castle has changed quite a lot, now featuring lava everywhere and being surrounded by a dark purple cloud of doom. This is a very interesting take on the classic lava-themed world, as you truly feel like the castle is right ahead and you absolutely need to do something to save it, or else it's gonna be filled with evil lava forever. You'll have to dodge falling lava boulders and navigate dangerous hot caves to make your way to the castle, and once you're in there, you'll see that the inside of the castle is even more dangerous than the outside part, containing electric Bowser heads, rising lava, and with the main floor being completely filled with lava now, I feel like this is going to cost a lot of coins to fix it once we rescue Peach. Hey, I guess that's why Mario wants to collect all of those pesky coins. So if you're a true Team BBQ fan, you're probably already aware that my favorite stage in New Super Mario Bros. U comes straight from World 5 Soda Jungle, and it's none other than the Jungle of the Giants. This level is so cool, featuring giant blocks, giant Goombas and Koopas, and so much more. The tower in this world also contains some giant snake blocks, giant spiky boulders, and even a giant Boom Boom the Mad Lad. Sure, this world is also home of those annoying Bramballs enemies that I really dislike, but hey, nothing can be perfect. and you have to accept that as well. One thing that I really like about Soda Jungle is how you eventually enter the deepness of the jungle to reach some darker and scarier levels, including this beautiful one that looks like a painting. The art style is so amazing in this one. Even the underwater cave level in this world is fun, forcing you to swim very slowly to avoid anything that hides in the shadows. Hey, if this world makes me enjoy an underwater stage, then this is how you know that it is the best one the game has to offer. Thanks a lot for watching this video, my dudes. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe and to turn on the notification to know when I post a new video. You can also give this video a like, and if you want to see more ranking videos, tap the cards on screen right now. Oh, and before you type in the comments, why is his voice so weird? It's because I'm sick, guys, okay? But even though I'm sick, I'm still making some videos for you. I hope you like that. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one.